Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have an art journal spread to share with you guys, so let's jump in. So you'll know if you've been with me for any length of time, I am newer to art journaling, and I've just been having a lot of fun kind of creating these random spreads, and I'm going to be working on the opposite side of my last spread. I know a lot of people work on only one side of the page, but these journals aren't inexpensive and I really want to get all the real estate I can out of it. So I am going to work on every page either as a 2-page spread or 2 separate single pages. Obviously, when you work on that, they're not necessarily going to be cohesive. I don't really care about that. It's more about creative freedom and just having fun in my art space, so really it doesn't matter to me, but if you want to be more aesthetically pleasing and have both sides look a specific way, I would almost work on 2 pages simultaneously then, so you kind of get the same feel, but completely up to you how you use your stuff. That's the whole joy of having, all your crafty goodies. You get to choose how you work with them and what you work with them and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to be working on the right side of the page. I have videos for all of the other pages on my channel if you want to check any of them out. And this is the Stone Paper A5 size journal by Stamperia. I believe Vicky Papineau created it. I'm sorry, I say her name wrong every time. Her last name throws me off. I do not pronounce it correctly. But her channel has tons of great mixed media stuff if that's your preference. And even I would be shocked if you've never heard of her, but she is a huge inspiration to me, and I just greatly admire all of her work. So don't be surprised if you see me repeat techniques that you see on her channel because, like I said, she's a huge inspiration to me. So I am starting with a piece of rice paper. This piece has been in my collection a long time. I don't think it's still available, but any kind of rice paper that has fun text on it would be great for this. It could be washi paper. It could be collage paper, it could be a piece of pattern paper. It really doesn't matter what you're working on. I'm choosing rice paper because I like how thin it is, especially in a book, just because I feel like this book's going to be really thick by the end, because I like to do whatever the heck I want in these journals. This is my first official journal. I've kind of done pages here and there, but my hope is to finish this journal this year and get more and more into art journaling because I just think it's such a freeing and fun experience. So I did bring in my rice paper glue that's also from Stamperia, and I used that to adhere this piece of rice paper down. I did glue both sides because I'm going to bring in a bunch of water. You're going to see here in a moment. I'm going to bring in my sprays to work on this background and add a bunch of fun color. So I'm making sure that adhesive is very dry before I bring anything else in. I'm going to bring in some pastes as well. Like I said, this is going to be a mixed media project. At least I assume I've told you that. Maybe I haven't, and it was just in the title, but it is going to be a mixed media project. So I have brought in the Holtz Flourish stencil, and I'm just using some opaque paste with it to just create really interesting texture. You can't see it really well here, but once I start adding the color to the background, you'll be able to see it pretty well, and I think that it turned out really pretty. This is art journaling for me is such a creative experience. I have no plan going into creating. I have no idea what I intend to do when I go that direction. Honestly, I just pull out some stuff from my stash, generally older products that I've had for a long time. And then I kind of just play and see what I can come up with and do different things. And it's a lot of fun, and it's just such a freeing space. And honestly, sometimes the stuff I come up with isn't my favorite, but it's such a great experience that it's worthwhile regardless. So I did bring in a piece of paper towel just to cover the left-hand side so that I couldn't get blue on it. And then I'm kind of just adding sprays. So I chose to use 3 sprays, I believe, for this. I have Broken China Oxide spray and then Tumbled Glass and Uncharted Mariner stain. So I only have 1 Oxide in my color palette here. And then of course I'm using a lot of water. Thankfully this stone paper can take tons of moisture and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't bend. It doesn't do anything, warp, nothing. You can see that I've sprayed on multiple colors. I've added a bunch of water, all sorts of stuff, and it still completely flat. So it is one thing that the stone paper really has going for it. It can take a lot before it has any, I don't even think it could have issues. I have never seen it buckle or anything like that. So pretty cool. But I just kept adding color until I was really happy. I brought in a mica stain as well. I just spritzed that on the back. I used Frozen Fog for that, which is kind of a silvery gray color, and it just added a beautiful shimmer into the background. I also used a piece of paper towel just to dab areas. I don't want the background to only be blue, but I do want a fair amount of blue. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of the direction I'm going because of the focal images I'm going to bring in here in a moment. Blue kind of made the most sense for the background. And so here I'm using some Field Notes stamps. That is a Tim Holtz set. It is my favorite for random texture in the background. It's just a fun way to add interest. You could skip this step. I think that the background has a fair amount going on already, but I tend to be a more is more style creator and I never know when to stop. So because of that, I tend to just keep adding stuff over and over and over again because I get so excited and I can't stop myself. So keep that in mind. Tailor this to whatever your style kind of leans and just have fun because that is the whole plan here. My channel's goal is honestly just to inspire you to create. However that looks for you. Maybe you would rather make a tag. That's great. Or you want to do a card front. You could still do paste and sprays and the collage paper on your card. So my whole goal in every video is just to inspire you with whatever technique speaks to you, so keep that in mind. If you don't like something I've added to the page, perfectly okay. You don't have to add it. There is no right or wrong here. You do what works for you, what's in your stash, what you enjoy, and hopefully you just have fun doing it because that's kind of the goal. Now I did go around with some black Oxide ink. This is black soot, and I'm just doing that to darken up the edge. I kind of didn't want the light white of the page coming through because it is kind of not a vintage palette, but it's just, I didn't want the white of the page. So it's kind of what I'm aiming for here. I'm just going to add a little bit of the black soot all the way around the journal page, even folding it back so I could get rid of like on the inside of that page as well. And then I kind of just added it anywhere I felt like there was too much white showing through. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason for this. I'm just having fun. And then I brought in, this is the Daisy Art Junk Journal. These are by Stamperia. I have a couple of them. This is new, so I do have a newer product here. I've been purchasing some of the junk journals because I just think they're so fun to play with. And so I thought that they would be a great thing to bring into my junk journal. And they have, pattern papers, stickers, die cuts that you can just easily pop out. So I just popped out random ones I thought I would use on my junk journal page, or my art journal page, sorry. Some of them I did use, some of them I didn't, and they just went back into the bag. These journals actually come with like a big, large plastic bag that they come in. So I just put it right back in that bag and saved it for another project. So just great use of a junk journal. And I think it's really fun because I think you can create a lot of things with just the journal. Now, of course, in the collection, I have seen that there are rub-ons and there are cut aparts and there are so many other things. I only have the journal, so that's all I'm going to work with. But if you love this collection, there are tons of other things you could get with the collection. I believe Vicky did a video on her channel using a bunch of stuff from this collection as well. So you can definitely check that out. So now I've picked out a bunch of random stuff. Don't ask me why I have a tag on both pages. I don't know how that happened. It wasn't intentional. I was trying really hard to ignore the other page because they don't go together whatsoever. But I don't really care about that. I know that's important to some people and that's totally fair. But for me personally, it's meant to be fun and it's meant to just be an interesting experience with your creative goodies. So I'm not really paying attention to whether or not the pages go together. Although it is kind of funny because they are side by side, so it's hard not to. But the other page is just a very vintagey page. So, I don't think it takes away from this page. I did adhere most of my ephemeras flat, except for the girl. I put a couple of thin foam squares behind her just to give her a little bit of more dimension. And I'm going to put my little sentiment down. I don't like where it is, so you're going to see me move it here in a moment. And I think I move it again actually as well, because I felt like the flowers were too low on the journal page. So I ended up moving them up, but then I needed to move my sentiment because I was trying to have it tucked behind that one daisy, or I assume maybe that's a sunflower. I don't know. It's a daisy collection. It just looks like kind of like a sunflower, but I'm assuming it's a daisy. And then there was only one leaf die cut. So I had to grab a couple of the stickers as well and just kind of pop them in behind. It's only a little bit of green, but I think that it really pulls it together because she does have that green in her crown of daisies around her head as well. So it just gives you a little bit of a different color kind of popping there. And I think that's really fun. I have a lot of fun playing in the journals. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just very freeing. And I just have a blast. So I just bring out whatever materials and then I just kind of see where it takes me. And like I said, sometimes I'm not really happy with what I've created, but that's okay, because you're not going to get better if you don't create things that you don't enjoy and then be like, oh, I didn't like this certain item, so now I know that and I'll do something different. You wouldn't learn that otherwise. So I do think creating things and not having them be gold is perfectly fine and a great experience regardless, because it's just meant to be fun. And then I did bring in a black pen and I just added a kind of a line around the border, just creating a fun border. And then I brought in my white gel pen just because I kind of feel like they add more life to everything. You can see the girl's eyes right now. When I add that white dot, it feels like it brings it to life. Don't ask me why. That's just how it feels to me. It just gives it a little more something. So that is why I add that, but you could absolutely skip the white if that's not something that you enjoy. I just really like white lines, so I added them. And then I also love splatters. Like Vicky, that's one thing we have in common. I love splatters. They're one of my favorite things to just add to anything because it ties it together. It makes it whimsical. And if there are parts you don't like, it's a great way to kind of hide it. So it's kind of just a fun technique. So I add some white splatters across the page. One of my kittens is sitting on the area right in front of my glass mat, so you can see the shadow moving. But that is the video I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think of these art journal videos? Let me know your thoughts. Do you enjoy the more mixed media style projects, or is that not really your thing? You prefer the cards? Let me know. I'm kind of thinking about doing some changes to the channel, so I would love your input if you have any thoughts. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'd love to have you back. Thank you so much to my members. You are phenomenal. I cannot say how much I appreciate you, and I will see you guys all again soon. Bye-bye for now.